Have you ever stopped and really thought about what it will feel like when you reach 80? I mean, not just in terms of your body or the way you look, but in your heart and mind, in your spirit. Many people assume growing old is all about wrinkles, gray hair, or the occasional ache in the joints. But the truth is, the hardest part of aging isn't physical at all. The real struggle comes from how prepared we are for the emotional, mental, and spiritual journey that aging brings. It's about whether we can truly enjoy our later years or whether we will face them with regret, loneliness, and frustration. You see, the years before you turn 80 are some of the most critical years of your life. They are the foundation for the decades ahead, for the life you will lead when you can no longer rely on energy, speed, or even some of your senses. What you do now, the habits you create, the care you give to your mind, body, and relationships will decide whether your later years are filled with joy or misery. And this isn't just theory, this is wisdom from people who have walked the path, people who have reached their 80s and beyond, and who wish they had started earlier. So today, I want to share with you 7 things you must do before you turn 80, 7 actions that can profoundly change the quality of your old age. These are not just tips, they are life principles, simple yet powerful, that have been proven by experience over decades. If you take them seriously and act on them now, you can avoid the common pitfalls that make aging so difficult for so many. Have you ever noticed how many people neglect their health until it's too late? They think, I'm fine now, I'll worry about it later, and before they know it, minor issues have turned into chronic problems. The first and most important thing you must do is prioritize your health above all else. Your body is not just a vehicle, it's your home, your temple, and your most valuable possession. Without it, wealth, success, or even family love cannot provide happiness. Simple things like moving your body every day, eating nutritious meals, drinking enough water, and getting adequate sleep are life-changing habits. Even small changes, like taking a brisk walk in the morning or stretching before bed, can make a huge difference over the years. Think of your body as an investment. The more care you give it now, the more comfort and independence it will give you later. And it's not just physical health. Mental health is equally important. Stress, anxiety, and unresolved emotional issues can slowly eat away at your vitality. Learning to manage stress, practicing relaxation techniques, and taking time for reflection can keep your mind sharp and your heart calm. Don't underestimate the power of a peaceful mind. Peace inside leads to contentment outside, and that's a gift you can carry well into your 80s and beyond. Have you ever asked yourself who will be there when you are older, when life becomes slower and more challenging? This brings us to the second essential action, building deep, meaningful relationships. Life is not meant to be lived alone. Friends, family, and loved ones are not just companions, they are the pillars that support you when everything else becomes fragile. Investing in relationships isn't just about attending gatherings or calling occasionally. It's about showing genuine interest, resolving conflicts, expressing love, and being present. The laughter, shared memories, and mutual support will sustain you in ways material wealth never can. And the truth is, when you reach an advanced age, these relationships become more important than anything else. A life surrounded by love is a life without regret. Alongside relationships, you must also think about your financial future. Have you planned for the years when your earning days are behind you? Financial security isn't about becoming a millionaire, it's about having peace of mind, knowing you can cover your needs without stress or dependence. Saving consistently, avoiding unnecessary debt, and investing wisely are habits that pay enormous dividends later. When you reach your 80s, the freedom that comes from financial stability cannot be overstated. It allows you to make choices that align with your comfort and dignity rather than out of necessity or fear. Many people I've spoken to regret ignoring this early in life. They didn't prioritize savings, and suddenly, small mistakes accumulated into anxiety that could have been avoided. Have you noticed how some elderly people seem full of energy, stories, and wisdom, while others appear tired, confused, or disengaged? The difference often comes down to one thing: mental activity. Keeping your mind sharp and curious is just as vital as maintaining physical health. Learn new things, read books, solve puzzles, explore hobbies you've always wanted to try. The act of learning keeps your brain agile and your spirit alive. It doesn't matter if it's painting, learning a new language, or understanding the latest technology. Staying mentally engaged keeps life exciting. And there's a profound joy in discovering that you can still grow, still change, and still achieve, even in your later years. Mental vitality is one of the secrets of a happy, fulfilling old age. But life isn't just about keeping the mind active, it's about keeping the heart free of burdens. Emotional resilience is the next essential factor. Have you ever carried anger, resentment, or regret for years? These emotional weights are like heavy stones that drag you down over time. The sooner you learn to forgive others and yourself, the lighter your heart will become. Life is too short to hold grudges or dwell on mistakes. Emotional resilience allows you to face challenges calmly, to navigate loss and disappointment with dignity, and to enjoy every moment without constant emotional turmoil. People who cultivate this resilience often report feeling decades younger than their chronological age because their spirit is unburdened and free. Equally important is having a purpose. Have you ever thought about why you wake up every day? A life without purpose is like a ship without a rudder. It drifts aimlessly. Purpose doesn't have to be grand or famous. It can be as simple as mentoring younger generations, volunteering, gardening, or creating art. Purpose gives your days meaning, it fuels your motivation, and it keeps your energy alive. Without purpose, even physical and financial well-being may not prevent boredom or despair. Purpose is what makes life vibrant and fulfilling, even when the body grows slower and the world changes around you. And finally, have you learned to accept change? Aging brings change. Your body changes, your social circles may shift, and your circumstances evolve in ways you cannot control. Trying to resist these changes only leads to frustration and unhappiness. Learning to embrace adaptability and letting go of what you cannot control is perhaps the most liberating skill of all. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means understanding that some things are simply part of life, and true freedom comes from focusing on what you can influence. People who master acceptance often report feeling calmer, more satisfied, and more in harmony with themselves, which is exactly the state you want to carry into your 80s. Now, I know this all might sound like a lot to take in, but the beauty is that these 7 principles are all deeply interconnected. Prioritizing your health makes it easier to enjoy relationships and pursue purpose. Emotional resilience allows you to accept change and keep your mind active. Financial security frees you to focus on joy rather than worrying. Every step you take reinforces the others, creating a life that is rich, balanced, and fulfilling. Imagine this for a moment. You reach your 80s and beyond, but you're not weak, lonely, or anxious. You have a body that allows you to walk, move, and even dance if you wish. You have friends and family who love and support you. Your finances are secure, giving you freedom and independence. Your mind is sharp, curious, and alive. Your heart is free from resentment, full of peace. You wake up every morning with purpose and you embrace the inevitable changes of life with grace. That is not just an ideal, it's achievable if you start now. Think about the people you admire who are elderly and vibrant. Notice how most of them have one thing in common: they took intentional actions long before their later years. They didn't leave health, relationships, or finances to chance. They built a life that could sustain them through the ups and downs of aging. And the beautiful thing is, you can do the same. No matter where you are in life, it's never too late to start. Every choice you make today plants seeds for the future. Every small habit, every conscious effort, every moment of reflection contributes to a life that remains joyful, dignified, and fulfilling well into old age. So, before you turn 80, take action. Care for your health like it's priceless, because it is. Nurture your relationships like they are treasures, because they are. Plan your finances wisely so that you can live freely and independently. Keep your mind active, curious, and growing. Develop emotional resilience and free yourself from grudges and regrets. Find and live your purpose every single day. And embrace the changes that life inevitably brings, understanding that acceptance is the gateway to peace. These 7 actions are not just steps, they are a philosophy for a life well lived. They are wisdom from people who have faced the same fears, challenges, and uncertainties that you will eventually encounter. They are the difference between a miserable old age and a glorious one. And remember, it's not about avoiding old age, it's about ensuring that when you reach it, you do so with dignity, joy, and fulfillment. Your future self will thank you for every effort you make today. Every walk, every call to a friend, every saving, every book you read, every moment of forgiveness, every act of purpose, all of it compounds into a life of peace and joy. Imagine looking back at your life at 85 or 90 and feeling proud, satisfied, and content with the years you've lived. That is not just a dream. It is achievable. It starts now. So take these words to heart. Make them your guiding principles. Let them shape your choices, your habits, and your daily life. Because when you do, you are not just preparing for old age, you are crafting a life that is meaningful, joyful, and worth living every single day, right up to your 80s and beyond. And that, my friends, is the true power of elderly wisdom, not just surviving, but thriving no matter your age.